Well, many people look forward to chocolate bunnies and eggs for Easter, but this year it's a little tougher to justify them with the economy the way it is, so several of the gourmet chocolate shops are offering kind of smaller, more affordable treats that are still decadent for your Easter baskets. And Chef Michael Antonorsi from Chuao Chocolatier is here. And you have, what, 3 locations here in town?
Yes, we have 3 locations in town.
Oh, my gosh, it's so good, and this stuff is so amazing. And you've been in here before, but just really interesting flavors that just kind of, are unbelievable. So even in small doses, it's really good. So we're going to talk about making Easter bunnies at home and the Choco Pods.
Exactly. Yeah, we like to arouse the senses with unusual, unexpected, and delicious chocolates. So now we're going to do a little bit of a demonstration on a bunny rabbit that's going to be filled with chocolate.
You can find these molds at places like Michael's if somebody did want to do this at home.
These molds, you can find it on the web if you're really serious about it. You know, all molds have pretty much the same type of technique. You want to make sure that you start decorating them with the lighter color chocolate, like white chocolate we're using here. You know, like for instance, for the eyeballs, you want to do maybe the nose.
Now, how do you make this little paper thing? Because this is what always intimidates me, getting it right.
That is intimidating.
Not to you.
That'll be a whole new segment. So once you have, decorated your bunny mold, you want to let it sit for about 10 minutes. And once it has been set, you want to fill it up with the chocolate. So you want to start always with the lighter chocolate and then go into the darker chocolate. So here you want to fill it up all the way to the top. And then you want to shake out all the bubbles because the chocolate is quite heavy. And as it is heavy, it traps air. And you want to make sure that all those little bubbles come out. And once you have released the bubbles, because the bubbles are going to become little holes on your mold, then you're going to flip it over.
Oh, okay, so dump it back out.
Yes, you want to make it, you're going to do this about 2 or 3 times. So you want to make it a very, very thin shell initially. And once you have cleaned it all out, you can stand it on a tray like this for about 15 minutes or so.
So you want it to dry before you do the next layer?
Right. Then you want to do it again. You know, you fill it up again with chocolate. And as you do that, if you think that the shell is going to be too thin, you can do that even 3 times. Because it's just smearing on itself, the chocolate. And you want to make sure that when you did the decoration, you want to make sure that the white chocolate is set. Otherwise, it's going to smear everything, and your beautiful decoration is going to disappear.
And that's very frustrating.
Yeah. You let it sit there for about 20 minutes or so. And once it starts setting, you put it in the fridge to flash.
Freeze?
Well, you want to crystallize it real quick. And then once it's done, you want to make sure that you open the mold. And very carefully, you kind of crack it like a little bit of an ice cube tray. And then you lift up the mold. And you want to make sure that this is where you have to be really careful. And then you stick little fingers here to make sure it's released. And here we have a bunny rabbit.
Which looks very professional. And you can make that at home. That's amazing. Now, talk about some of the stuff. Because you have the bunnies there. And it's straight up chocolate, but you have some really interesting flavors.
Yes,
that you have.
The hollow figures are very traditional European-style Easter-type chocolates. But we do have the Choco Pot, for instance, which we think it's a ideal Easter hunt type of chocolate.
Well, it's got a bright colored wrappings, and they go for 99 cents a piece.
Exactly.
And let's talk about some of the flavors, because you have some really interesting ones. Banana, brown sugar caramel, strawberry and balsamic, and passion fruit caramel. And then you have some with a little bit of spice, too.
We have a picante one, which is a Cabernet wine caramel with pasilla chili and cayenne pepper. And we have a macadamia praline one with chipotle chili and salt.
And then you also have one with panko breadcrumbs inside and an olive oil.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's called pan con chocolate, and it's olive oil ganache with panko breadcrumbs roasted and a little salt inside. So it's like a very adult Kit Kat.
Okay, so let me ask you, when you go in the kitchen and you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to put whatever I want in and see how it tastes in a chocolate mold, is that how it works? Because you have so many things that people normally wouldn't try in chocolate.
Unfortunately, I think about chocolate 24 hours a day, and I think about food, actually, all the time. And I like to cross over a little bit on the savory side towards the candy side, the chocolate side. So, in order to push the limit on the imagination a little bit and make sure that your chocolate experience is really a memorable one. It's not just a little candy or quick fix with calories. You're actually having an experience that's going to last with you for a while.
Right. And so if you can get the smaller bits of it and still have a gourmet feel.
Yeah, the Choco Pot is amazing. It's incredibly affordable at $1 a piece, and it doesn't sacrifice any of the quality of a bonbon. Because what we call it, it's a bonbon to go. It's a bonbon-made bar, so it's conveniently packaged, and as Easter goes, you want to hide everything in the garden. You want to have, chocolates are protected.
Okay, so where are your locations again in San Diego?
We have one in UTC at Westfield. Then we have another one in Del Mar Heights at between Camino Real and Del Mar Heights Road. And we have the one that originated is in Encinitas at the Lumberyard. It's on 101.
Okay, and it's pronounced Chuao, kind of like that.
Yeah, you chew and then you say wow.
Yeah, that's right. Very easy to remember. Hey, thanks for coming in. Happy
Thank you very much
Easter.
for having me.
And I know you're going to have a busy weekend, so appreciate you coming in.
We're working hard today.
All right. So if you want more information, just go to san diego6.com and click on Hot Topic.